He's back and coming off a big game a weekend ago, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff...
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And right away he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Day. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Defensively, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with screens.
And the pressure gets to him again.
We call that sack block.
Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage. That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Returnable here from the 38. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Day. Looking left side, and it's complete.
After conversation with my family,
down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Johnson.
I fell into a depression.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game, 7 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, and I saw how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You got to get that number up to around 15.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, Day.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same.
So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Lions. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave him 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey. Yes, indeed, that play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Day. And that is incomplete.
It certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start the drive with Cook. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 23 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On play action, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still tied for him here as we sit in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. On second down, this is Madison. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up. They get to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 3rd and long for Cousins. The throw complete to Beebe. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
54 Mike.
On 3rd down, Day. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. The first down carry here for Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the corner. Pressure again, and down he goes again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Motion.
to throw. Day. Open man is Galladay, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
The 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, you know, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
Let's see if he can do just that. Now Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw again on second down. Cousins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so much.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. Throwing on second and long. Cousins. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Play action now, Cousins. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Check 4, check 4. Check.
The final shot before break. Day. And that'll be incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Day. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Bang, 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 bang. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Day into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. To throw on 2nd down. Day. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Day. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Back to throw. Day. And he comes back with one complete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal, and I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt. You talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied, this stage of the contest. Boy, just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. 1st down. Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Throwing on 3rd and long. Day, and tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Looking to throw. Day. Open man is born.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Off the play fake. Day. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Day. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. But why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Cousins. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they got to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. target, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Day. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
They're leading here in the 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Looking to throw. Day. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's got this down to the 35. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup. Operating from the gun. Day. And an alley to run. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down their throat.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And that is caught Touchdown, Detroit. From 3 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And now out comes Minnesota. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute off. And he loses the football a second time. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep.
Come on, man.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Day forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game.
Check safety. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Back, back, back.
They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. And some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Running for it, here's Cook. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, this is Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Looking to throw. Day. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it for 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. To try again after the sack. Cousins. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Johnson the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Cousins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last shot now for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline